The White House communications director has resigned only 3 months after being hired by President Donald Trump. Mike Dubke, an experienced Republican strategist, was hired in March to revamp the White House media strategy as part of the shake-up. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer will reportedly hold on to his position, but there will be fewer media briefings. The reshuffle follows reports of disarray in the White House communications team. Mr. Dubke tendered his resignation on May 18 and is leaving on good terms, according to Axios News, a politics website which first reported his exit. White House advisor Kellyanne Conway said Mr. Dubke had agreed to stay on until Mr. Trump returned from his overseas trip to the Middle East and Europe on Saturday. He has expressed his desire to leave the White House and made very clear that he would see through the president's international trip, she told Fox News. According to news website Politico, Mr. Dubke, 47, provided few details on his departure in an email to friends. The reasons for my departure are personal, he wrote. But it has been my great honor to serve President Trump and this administration. It has also been my distinct pleasure to work side by side, day by day with the staff of the communications and press departments. This White House is filled with some of the finest and hardest working men and women in the American government. War Room President Trump is reported to have been frustrated with White House messaging amid congressional and FBI investigations into whether his campaign officials colluded with an alleged Kremlin plot to help him win the presidency. He recently raised the idea of scrapping the daily news briefing altogether and holding one himself every fortnight. According to Axios, Mr. Trump plans to follow through on that plan by taking more questions directly from the media. Press Secretary Sean Spicer, who is expected back at the media podium on Tuesday, will reportedly hold fewer on-camera briefings. White House rallies to Kushner's defense. How Trump's Russia trouble unfolded. Mr. Dubke, who previously worked as senior partner for Republican political advertising company Crossroads Media, was not part of the Trump campaign and was not seen as a loyalist. The White House has not named a successor for Mr. Dubke. However, Corey Lewandowski, former campaign manager for Mr. Trump, was spotted leaving the White House on Monday. Mr. Lewandowski was forced out in June last year amid reports of a power struggle with Jared Kushner, Mr. Trump's son-in-law and a senior White House advisor. However, Mr. Kushner is now reportedly under scrutiny as part of the FBI's investigation into alleged Moscow influence that is engulfing Mr. Trump's fledgling presidency. According to reports, the combative Mr. Lewandowski could rejoin the administration soon to lead a White House war room to counter the narrative that Mr. Trump is too close to Russia. The fight-back strategy could include hiring more lawyers to handle the allegations, according to reports.